Oh my God, there is so much going on and we just don't have the time tonight. Welcome to the loneliest night of the week. Welcome to the loneliest show on all of the internet. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. I hope you're all doing great. Hope you're getting ready for a great Mother's Day weekend. You're going to treat her right, treat your mother right. If not, you can at least celebrate the one and only Hot Dog. Hot Dog is here. His hair is done right. Obviously, you saw this week's episode of Young Rock, looking like 1996 Rocky Maivia, looking great. Hot Dog. All you need is the mutton chops.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a step-by-step process.
It looks great.
Hello, Sam.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, Hot Dog, we got a lot to do tonight, and it's a very busy night. Make sure those super chats are coming in. Make sure you're hitting like on this video. Make sure you're hitting subscribe and everything. I don't know, Hot Dog, if you found out while we're talking about hair. Have you ever thought about growing the 1996 Rock mutton chops? Because you do have the complete Rocky Maivia do right now. Like,
yeah,
it looks like you're half Dominican, half Samoan, maybe.
Oh man, I mean, I might go the whole transformation and get the Samoan tattoo.
That'd be so awesome if you went full bloodline.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll grow it out. Sure.
And that will be a theme of tonight's show: cultural appropriation. Just Samoan cultural appropriation. No, but when The Rock grew out those like crazy mutton chops that almost look like a skate ramp kind of.
Yeah. I go to my barber and I'd be like, 1998 Rock.
Yeah. Can you make me look like The Rock right before he got Hollywood famous?
Yeah.
Look, I mean, hair is important, and apparently more people judge you than you even know. I found out this week that I am being used as a cautionary tale for the pop stars of this generation. I had no idea. Have you heard about Jack Harlow, Hot Dog?
He's hot right now.
Hot right now. He's the #1 white man in America, Jack Harlow. That's
beloved.
He was voted #1 white man in all of America. Like, this is how bad it is, okay? I showed this clip to my wife, but I hadn't clipped it out yet. And I was like, oh, Jess, take a look at this. And they were done talking about me, and so I reached over for my phone. I was like, no, that's it. And she was like, no. And she just kept watching. And I'm like, wait, all right, now you're just watching a Jack Harlow interview. I don't need all that.
It's like, leave it right there. Sam, you can go.
Yeah. I felt like Drake was scamming into my wife's DMs.
God.
I mean, what a week. What a week. But so Jack Harlow was on Hot 97. And my favorite New York DJ, Peter Rosenberg, was talking to him. And I thought this is a good line of questioning. Most other radio shows are not going to have the balls to bring it up. I think Ebro first brought it to the table. But they went to Jack Harlow and they asked him a question. And then I think you only realize once you go bald, because Ebro had to make the choice. Obviously, Rosenberg, make the choice. Like, go with it. The choice was thrust upon Ebro. It was thrust upon Rosenberg. It was thrust upon myself. But it is something that every man should think about, but no man thinks about until it's actually happening, Like, you almost avoid, I don't think it's happening to me. Or it's starting, but I don't think it's going to go any further, I
don't got to worry about that.
No, I'm looking at you, Hot Dog, and your hairline is looking right. Like, it doesn't seem like your hairline has not changed since I met you in your young 20s. Like, if you're, what are you, 33?
30, bro. I'm a fresh 30, man.
Oh, okay. If you're a fresh 30, as the kids say, if you're a fresh 30 and you're looking at, I'll have to look in person next time I see you, but it does look like it's hanging in there. Your dad, bald?
Yeah.
Good? Not good?
I mean, they shave his head all the time, but he still has a good hairline on him. It's not too bad.
How is the hairline on your mom's side of the family? Your mom's brothers, your mom's dad, those.
It's good. It's steady.
Okay,
yeah. And my uncles have good regular hairline.
Okay, and it's good that it comes from the mom's side, right? Because that's what they say, that male pattern baldness comes from the mom's side, because that's the side that genetically you can confirm.
Yes. I cannot genetically confirm the other side.
Yes. But Jack Harlow, they said to him, because, Jack Harlow is known for his sexy young man haircut. That's what they call it, the sexy young man haircut. And they said, do you have a hair plan? He's only 24, this Jack Harlow. So they said, do you have a hair plan? And as he was kind of going like, why would I even think about that?
Right.
My name came up on New York's #1 for hip hop and R&B Hot 97.
Girls been waiting for me to slick back my hair for a long time.
They can see because they want to see what's under there.
Well, they wanted to slick back, but we'll see.
Yo, Laura, my friend Sam Roberts, you know Sam.
Yeah.
Sam always had curly hair.
By the way, he starts by saying my friend. That's the classic, like, Sam, I love this guy, Sam, but, and it's like, oh, brace yourself for what's coming next.
My good friend.
Yeah. My good friend, Sam Roberts. Let me tell you about this guy. You better get in the hole and duck and cover because it's coming hard.
And it was his gimmick for so long. And I pulled him aside like 6 years ago. And I'm like, Sammy, I see the alleys here. You got to prepare for this. This could go wrong.
He's not.
This is the real man.
And it went wrong.
He's not lying, by the way. He did come. He was the first. Rosenberg was the first, way early on, when nobody was like, when my hair was still big. He came to me and he was like, and he came to me and it was peace and love. He came to me peace and love. He didn't come to me. He came to me privately, and he said, with peace and love, you've got to be ready for this. And that's when I was on my, young Sam, hot shit, I'm not listening to anybody anyway phase of life, the regrettable phase. And I was like, whatever, bro, you're probably just jealous. You don't have a big afro like me. He wasn't jealous. He was coming from a place of peace and love.
Yeah.
And he told me early on. He could have, because there was, and did I need to shave my head at that point? No. But there's a good 2 years of like, we could have.
I want to say 2018.
Yeah. 2018. Yeah, that's right. 2018, the pandemic probably saved me. But honestly, the entire season of Notsam Wrestling on Peacock could have been a lot better.
Oh yeah. Now that's the look that we have.
Right. Right. And then like when I go to Peacock, I click on the Ultimate Show. And like that's a big deal, right? Because when you click on the Ultimate Show, there's a giant picture. It fills up the whole TV screen. And it's Evan Mack, which is hilarious because Evan Mack's only on the first episode, but he was there for the first episode. Sorry, Popola, you got COVID. You couldn't be there. Now you're not on Peacock. But it's Evan Mack, Matt Camp, and me front and center, right? It's the biggest visual representation of me on Peacock. And guess what? It was about 8 or 9 months before the hair came off, which is not a great time.
Unrecognizable. That's a different person now at this point.
Yeah, even in spirit, right? even in spirit, like every part of that person is gone. The guy from Tiger King too. First 8 minutes of season 2 of Tiger King, before anybody turned it off. Nobody made it to the last episode, but everybody was there for the first 8 minutes of season 2 of Tiger King. And that was Sam, maybe 3 or 4 months before it went off.
It's almost like when a fat person loses a lot of weight and they have to look back at the photos.
Like, fuck, man, I
can't use any of this.
Why didn't I just go to the gym earlier? And now SiriusXM, I don't know if you've heard me on the air, is just fucking me. They won't take my picture. Like, it's been a year. They won't take a picture of me like this. And it's like, dude, I look like an idiot on the app. A total idiot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
right?
still up there.
Right?
Yep.
And it looks bad.
Yeah.
Well, this is what Rosenberg was trying to prepare Jack Harlow for. That's when you know it's like, is it just me? Or, no, did you hear Hot 97 this morning while you were driving to work? Like, what? They're talking about me on Hot 97? Well, not you today, but your former hairline is being discussed on Hot 97 this morning.
Cautionary tale.
Are you talking about one of the top morning shows in New York City? Yeah. They just randomly brought up your hairline. What was there? Nothing going on? No. One of the top stars in music was in studio with them. Oh, okay.
He walked away with that information.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay. Hey, Jack Harlow. Well, how was your press morning? It was good. I did Hot 97. I did the Breakfast Club. I did, what'd you come away with? There's this guy, Sam Roberts. I Googled him, and yeah, it's really good advice. Don't be Sam Roberts. Listen to this.
I pulled him aside like 6 years ago, and I'm like, Sammy, I see the alleys here. You got to prepare for this. This could go wrong.
Yo, this is the real man
And it went
talk.
wrong.
This is
And
real
then he
man
shaved
talk.
his head, and now he looks great, and he thanks me. He posted a picture the other day from 2 years ago. You
So
can't let that period
when you
happen.
say prepare, you really
By the way, look at when Rosenberg says he posted a picture of himself from 2 years ago. This is look at his face. Like it's like he's pained. This isn't the face of somebody that wants me to fail, right? This isn't the face of like a professional jealousy rivalry where he's like, oh, good, fuck Sam. Like he looks like an asshole. He's like, no, Sam, we're brothers in this. We've been through this together. We've known each other for 15 years doing everything. We're scrappers here. I don't want to see this happen to you. Look at that face. That's genuine, okay? That's somebody that had my best interest at heart.
And I look up a photo of Peter Rosenberg with hair now. I mean, since I've ever heard of him, he's been bald.
I knew. This is how long me and Peter go back. I knew Peter with hair. I knew Peter, and when Peter had hair, he was also a little heavier than he needed to be. And you know what he did when he realized it was time to get lit? Shaved his head, lost the weight, did his facial hair right, got a little gold chain, and all of a sudden, Peter Rosenberg is lit. And you can't say he's not lit, right? Morning show, afternoon show.
Man.
He's exactly. So it's like, and he was telling me, Sam, it's time you can get lit. Like here's all you have to
like
do.
Me.
Right. And
Me.
I'm over there going like this. Yeah, bro, I can get lit by myself, okay? And guess what? And I told him that's what he's saying. I went to him and I told him after I did it, I was like, don't think I forgot, okay? You were right. And that's important to do in life. You go to people and you go, look, I ignored it. I ignored it. You were right. And thank you. And I appreciate it. And I won't and you fool me once, can't fool me again. Okay. I won't make the same mistake twice. Yeah, exactly. So look.
Hell, I mean, I need to get a new photo of you here that's updated.
Yeah, that's not, yeah. And that's getting to the dark ages.
Yeah.
That photo. Yeah, that's not the first Summer Sam. First Summer Sam, we're still fine, That's,
you had at least you had enough where you can push it back.
Oh yeah,
tie it up.
I remember towards the end, people would be like this: "Why don't you grow your hair out again and pull it back again?" I'm like, "Are you fucking joking? Like, are you a blind person or are you making fun of me right now? Like, are you being an asshole or are you just stupid? What are you talking about?"
People just thought you got a bad haircut.
Yeah, and I was like, "No, dude, this is as good as it gets." And I would it wasn't, you know what it was for me? It wasn't, thank God I built this studio and I put all the cameras in here because I got the confidence monitor over there, right? So all of the cameras that I have hooked up here, I see all the angles and I can pick as we go, right? It was one day because, luckily I did the HGH when I was in high school. So, I'm taller. I'm tall. I'm not a short person. I'm not like a specifically tall person, but I'm at least average height, right?
I wish I took some HGH.
You should have took HGH, bro. It was one thing I did right. I didn't shave my head on time, but I did the HGH at the right time. I wish I had lifted some weights while I was doing that HGH. Gotten to be one of those 14-year-old bodybuilders, but still, I did it right. Okay, but my point is that nobody really, most people don't see up top. Right? They'd see the front where it starts to go back. And I knew it was going back, and it's like, whatever, bro. Like, it is what it is. I'm showing more forehead. LeBron does it. He's the king. It is what it is. I was writing down something, right? And I caught a glimpse of the aerial. And I was like, wait a minute. We're not stopping here. We're not stopping here.
No.
Because then it started coming in. The attack started coming in from the back, too.
No.
And literally, that's when I was like, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're not playing that game, okay? No fucking way are you going to get me, okay? We're not playing that game. We're done. I made the call. Within days, it was gone.
I wish if I saw the aerial of you, Sam, I would have said something.
I appreciate that, bro. But you're a little. You're,
I'm a short guy.
You're a little guy. You know what?
Yeah.
And if I knew you when you were a younger man, I'd say, bro, I'd share needles with you. That's what I would have done. I'd get into a gym locker room and share needles with you.
I could have gotten a couple inches off, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but luckily you can grow that hair high. So it's okay, you know? Give yourself a couple inches there. Well, Jack Harlow was not, his album came out and everything. He's not the only musician that's making headlines this week. Another musician making headlines, my favorite recording artist. You know who that is?
Your favorite?
My very favorite recording artist. A lot of people think they go, okay, well, let's see. He's got Rob Zombie and Jack White both tattooed on his arm.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with Jay-Z. He's obsessed with Kanye. No, you know who my favorite recording artist is?
Who?
Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
Yes, the big Chet Hayes. Chet Hayes. He's out here in these streets. For those of you that don't remember Chet Hayes or need a little reminder of who he is, this is Tom Hanks' son. The biggest actor in the world. The actor is so famous that a large portion of the internet is convinced that he drinks children's blood. I don't think he does. But when you're famous enough that people are like, you can't be that famous without drinking kids' blood, then you're really famous, right? Well, one of his sons, Colin Hanks, is on all the TV shows and all the movies, looks just like his dad, great actor, great guy. His other son is Chet Hayes. Chet Hanks, Chet Hayes. And this is him.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chet, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want saying?
Golden Globes, red carpet.
Father Tom Hanks presenting in a what, soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
There he is.
Big up the youth, them way out to Kingston. Me wake up this morning and me see the thing turn up.
Yeah.
Internet gone mad. Respect, you don't know. The soon forward a yard. Booyaka, booyaka.
Booyaka, booyaka. Patois. Patois is what that language is called. It's the Jamaican dialect. It's patois.
Of course, from his native land.
Yeah, well, a lot of people think that, but as it turns out, he was raised, like, people go like, oh, was he raised apart from his father? And who his mom is?
It's she's an actress too.
Rita Wilson, the actress, Rita Wilson. She was in Jingle All the Way. She's a very white American actress, Rita Wilson. Yeah, as it turns out, no, this is just a culture that he's adopted. I thought at first, like, oh, he must have grown up in the islands, but no, he's not actually one of the island boys. He's a different type. And I guess, by the way, I haven't seen it yet, but I guess he had a cameo on Atlanta like last week. That's supposed to be genius. I haven't started watching this season yet, but people said it was genius.
I mean, does he have his native accent in there?
Yes.
Oh, God.
The answer to that question, hot dog, is yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, he does. But he was on, or maybe it's going to be this weekend. The clip just came out. I guess it's this weekend show. He's going to be on the Z-Way show. Do you know Z-Way, hot dog?
I've seen clips now for the last couple of weeks. She has a show on Showtime or something.
Yeah. She blew up on the internet. Like she was a comedy writer first, and she wrote for like Desus and Mero, and I think she did stuff for The Onion, and she started interning for like Colbert Report and Daily Show and everything. But she's pretty funny actually. The show's good, and it's like a comedy interview show, but like the interviewee is generally not in on the jokes. You know what I mean? She's pretty good at making people uncomfortable in that interview chair. And I guess she was able to secure the bag. And by the bag, I mean Chet Hanks himself, and got him to sit down in the pink room. And this is what their conversation, I guess this is the clip that got released.
Are there any marginalized communities you want to apologize to? I don't know, maybe the patois community?
Here he is thinking about it.
No.
I don't know, maybe the patois community?
I don't feel like I've truly done anything offensive, so.
You don't see it as cultural appropriation. You see it as like a celebration of culture. Mm-hmm. And then it's like social justice warriors can like go kick rocks.
Can I tell you something? My favorite thing in the world is when an interviewer is able to just completely sculpt their own narrative answer a question for the interviewee. Make the interviewee look like an ass and just have the interviewee go, yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. Yeah. Like, she asks the question and then she answers it in a ridiculous way. And he goes, look at the caption. Yeah. Yeah,
you're right.
Like, if she did that to me, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe Z-Way is like very intimidating in person, or maybe I'd just be intimidated being in the pink room or being on television. But I feel like I go, Z-Way, please do not put words in my mouth. Like, you know when people go, hey, don't put words in my mouth? This is the greatest example I've ever seen. He didn't say anything remotely close to what she's saying, but she's just going like, I'm going to guess this is how you feel. Correct? And he goes, correct.
No. I don't feel like I've truly done anything offensive, so.
You don't see it as cultural appropriation. You see it as like a celebration of culture. And then it's like social justice warriors can like go kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Yeah.
It's like, yep.
And she's like, I love this. Z-Way's great. By the way, Chet is great too. Don't get me wrong here. This
I
isn't
love how unapologetic.
right.
he is.
Yeah. I don't want you guys like.
He is not awkward at all. He's not uncomfortable.
This show, Sam Roberts Now, is not a show about taking sides, okay? This is a show about observing. That's what we do. We observe the world around us. Chet Hayes is the fucking man for just sitting there and being like, no, I think that the patois people should be thrilled that I'm running around the Golden Globes red carpet doing this accent. And by the way, I will continue to do this accent. I wish Drew Barrymore apologized simply for saying that there was insanity afoot at the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. If you cannot have the opinion that at some point there is some insanity at the Depp Heard trial, a trial in which it is covered that a Hollywood actress shit on an A-lister's bed. If you can't just say, yeah, there's some craziness here, I don't know how you can express yourself.
That's the prank that went out of control. That's all.
It's a prank. That's all. Just a prank. I can't wait to use that excuse one day. I don't know what it'll be for. Probably something horrific. But I'll go, this was clearly a prank. And you guys the leftists are losing their mind. This is cancel culture run amok. These are pranks. But
I love how she, like you said, she put the worst words in his mouth and
kick rocks. Like, who would say that? Social justice warriors can kick rocks. That's her quote. People should learn, by the way, that he is going to be able to continue to use patois because he's just insistent. He's not giving an inch. That is a good lesson to be learned. However, another lesson to be learned is that when somebody says, so what you're saying is social justice warriors can kick rocks. Don't just be, well, I guess you could say yes if you feel that way, but odds are that they're trying to embarrass you.
He turned around and he goes, yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then she says it. Yes. She says it. So you're saying social justice warriors can kick rocks. And then he says yes. And then she just stares at him in disbelief. Like, I can't believe you just said that. And it's like, he didn't say that. You did.
Yeah.
Yo, he's the
No
man.
comment. Got it.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. Social justice warriors can kick rocks.
And I can't imagine. And you can't tell because she's no-selling like a champion. Like, she's just a championship performer. But that face is the face of, I am a god at making television. Oh my, I can't believe I just got that moment. Like, that couldn't have gone better for her. And I guess Chet would probably watch that clip back going, yeah, that couldn't have gone better for me either. That's exactly how I feel.
Win-win. Win-win for both.
Everything's coming up roses. Everything. Chet he feeds off of your hatred. Some people say that, right? Some people are like, I love the hate, man. And they don't. They're just so bitch-made, sensitive. They need attention. but man, does it drive them crazy that you don't like them. That happens a
They would
lot.
prefer if you like them.
Chet is not that guy. Chet was born and put on this earth in the most expensive hospital you've ever seen in your life, not giving a fuck. And speaking patois.
And poor Tom has to just watch these clips go viral online.
What are you doing? What are you doing? He probably just turns on the season of Fargo that Colin was on again and goes like,
yeah.
Colin was great, huh? I did an interview years ago where I got to ask Colin about Chet. And Colin was like, Colin's a good brother. Colin's a good brother. I'll say that. He was doing his, it's on the YouTube channel. People still find it just because it's like, that's timeless. That's evergreen. Chet being spoken about by Colin, that's evergreen.
It's a good brother.
Colin's a good
I
brother.
bet you he is.
Colin Hanks.
Thought he'd be awesome to hang out with.
No, I meant Colin's a good brother, not Chet. I meant Colin's a good brother in the sense that he was being supportive, even though Chet's a maniac. I didn't mean like, man, Colin Hanks is lucky that he gets to hang out with Chet sometimes.
Isn't he?
I mean, now when you put it that way, Hot Dog, it's very hard to disagree.
And you kind of want a brother like that makes you look real good.
And that's a blast.
Yeah.
That's true. You think your brother is like, thank God for Hot Dog, because I look like the fucking man.
Like, maybe I am kind of a geek, but I would think it's the opposite. I look like the man because my brothers aren't the guy. I'm the guy.
How big of a shithead is your brother? I mean, that's crazy. That's insane.
What?
Whoa. I definitely would have gone the other way.
Oh.
But I don't know. I don't know your brothers that well. I don't.
I don't know your brother. Maybe he's the man.
You want to get to know? You guys want to go grab some dinner or something?
Platonic, yeah.
Whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see just cool dudes hanging out with cool dudes, right?
Just hey, man. I just wanted to see if you're cooler than Sam. Yeah,
And you know what? You are.
Yeah.
With the old wink. Yeah. Yeah. I love Chet Hayes. Love Z. You know who knows what they're doing on their TV show?
Who?
Old Jesse Waters. You see what Jesse Waters is doing on his TV show?
What's he done?
So, Fox News does not care about trolling. They will just troll. It's like they will use their TV time just to troll. He was talking about inflation under the Biden. Well, first he was talking about a couple of things. First, he was talking to Jesse Waters. First, he was talking about how these kids, they're staying home forever, and they want their
don't
parents
want to work.
Yeah, I guess they used to say it about millennials, but now they're saying Gen Z wants to stay home forever. Rabble, 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 rabble. Then he also wanted to cover in inflation, the insane inflation that has happened to the American dollar under the Biden administration. And he wanted to bring in a talking head to kind of have that conversation with.
Mm-hmm.
So you know who he brought in?
I would inflation expert.
DJ Paulie D.
There we go.
Yes. DJ.
He knows a thing or two.
Paulie D. Yeah, I swear to God. DJ Paulie D was Jesse Waters' guest. I'm not kidding, Hot Dog. On the show.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I love this. Look, even the graphic. Living off parents' payroll. Hey, why don't you go out there and make it on your own? Rabble, 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 rabble. But just when I thought it couldn't get sillier.
Or when you can finally actually pay for your own stuff. Here to weigh in, DJ Paulie D. DJ and star of MTV's Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which has a new season coming out soon. So, Paulie, you know the kids. When is enough enough? This is getting crazy.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I love that Paulie D's on there talking about it because it's like, I mean, DJ Paulie D, all these kids are just living off their parents' teats. Why can't more kids go on MTV reality shows and then become millionaire DJs. What say you? Like, literally, the Jersey Shore show was about a bunch of young adults that were doing nothing.
They didn't have a job, that's for sure. They were just partying.
Can you imagine one of the people that led the charge, one of the cultural icons of doing nothing? Gym Tan Laundry was what they did. Nothing. Yeah. And then we're bringing them on to be like, why aren't these kids doing more?
Why can't they be like you? Pick themselves up by the bush.
But I think Jesse Waters understands he is literally, there is nothing being done on this segment that is not to get people upset and to get memes made. Like, we're just making memes and getting people upset.
You think nothing constructive is supposed to come out of this?
You know what's supposed to come out of it? Owning the libs.
Yeah.
Why did you have DJ Paulie D on to talk about adult children? Mainly to own the libs.
The best person we could find for this conversation.
And then guess what? And then you go on Twitter and it's like, of course, faux news goes to Paulie D. And it's like, bro, he just owned the libs. It worked. It does work. And like, honestly, Paulie D seems like a good dude. Like I was watching this ready to like trash Paulie D. He seems like a good dude, though. Listen to his advice. He does seem like a good dude.
Everybody obviously is different because some people mature sooner than others.
Look at that. He's understanding.
Themselves successfully faster than others. And being a parent, you obviously always want to support your child. But I get it. When is enough is enough. I would say you got to have a fine balance between tough love a little bit, because you need to sometimes let them fall on their feet just so they can get back up and actually see what it's like. You can't always give them everything. You got to let them experience what it's like to earn something.
By the way, Paulie D has figured out public relations better than most like celebrities that were born for this. Like, to come from a reality show and to give a beautiful answer like that, where you're literally being drawn onto a show so that people are upset that you're on the show. And then the answer that you give is maybe the most kind of come together, all-inclusive, good kumbaya dude answer. It was downright kumbaya. I get, and as a parent, you really want to support your kids. And it's like, what a good dude, Paulie D. You should spike your hair. I watched that.
Look, you're talking about hair. That man's still going.
I mean, Paulie D.
He doesn't need to worry about a plan.
And honestly, neither does Jesse Waters. Jesse Waters has quite the bouffant on him. He's got a Republican bouffant, doesn't he? I mean, that is the Republican haircut. But look, I mean, I think Paulie knows what's up. I think he knows it's stupid that he's on there, but Paulie knows that it's all about making memes, bro. It's all about making memes. So let's get on here and do this. Listen to him.
To actually pay for something. And I do believe that if you pay for something, you appreciate it more. I remember my first car, my parents wouldn't buy it for me. Like, the best they would do is they would go half with me. It was $800. So I had to come up with $400.
That's my favorite. The graphic that comes up. DJ Paulie D. Kids need to learn to work for things again. He didn't say that. Where did that come from? Kids need to learn to work for things again?
Yeah, that's just that was written hours ago.
Hours ago. They had a little hot dog right then. And a hot dog. And here's what's happening right now. There's a little hot dog in the back room going, I don't give a fuck, and just sending the graphic through. Like, who cares? Just looking at the hours, rolling his eyes. I don't care about either of these two. Send.
Clocking out in 15 minutes.
Exactly. I didn't spell check it. Guess what? If they call for that graphic 1 second after that clock hits 9 p.m., it's not coming up because I won't be here.
That chair will be empty.
Yeah. They're paying somebody, what's it? What do you think? 12, 15 bucks an hour?
16.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 17, something like that.
16,
they're not too cheap.
Yeah, 16, 17 bucks an hour. It's good money, but it's soulless work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then I had to go.
Kids need to learn how to work.
Kids need to learn
the real world.
to work for things again. And by the way, the person that wrote that graphic 100% lives with their parents. 100% confirmed. The person that wrote that graphic lives with their parents. But still getting that $17 an hour going right to the bank. Smart.
I think they raised me right, and then I still stand by that.
I think they did raise your rate. And my first car cost $900, and I didn't even have half that to pay for it. My dad paid for it, but I had to pay for gas. So gas now is expensive, man. Yeah. I mean, and not only gas.
Oh, what a seg. What a seg. From old Jesse Waters. What a seg. He's like, well, my dad helped me out with the car, but I had to pay for gas. Speaking of gas, it's expensive. My God. Ooh, seamless.
Gas, am I right?
Seamless, Jesse. And then there's I can't believe there's still people at home that go like this. He's right. I filled up with gas today. It was very expensive. I better leave this on. I want to see. And then boom, the graphic comes up. DJ Paulie D on inflation. Well, I won't be turning the channel anytime soon now. We're going to get his take on inflation. I want to hear DJ Paulie D talk about inflating those biceps, okay? That's right. That's what I want to hear. Or inflating that list of women that he's slept with. Am I right, hot dog?
You think?
You think Paulie... let me tell you something about Paulie D, okay? And I don't need Fox News to tell me this. Paulie D fucks.
What?
100%. And if I had Paulie D on Sam Roberts Now, and I would love to have Paulie D on Sam Roberts Now, I would make you, hot dog, write a graphic that said, DJ Paulie D fucks. And it would come right up as he's talking.
Yeah, DJ Paulie D on fucking.
Yeah.
That's what the topic is.
That's how it would start. DJ Paulie D on fucking. And then as the conversation went on, it would say DJ Paulie D fucks. And then we'd post that graphic. You go, oh, man, you got to listen to Sam Roberts Now tonight. You know DJ Paulie D fucks? Oh, I didn't know.
And then you have to, segue into gas.
Yeah, and then, by the way, speaking of fucking, Joe Biden is fucking us at the pump, isn't he, DJ Paulie? Oh, Paulie D would be like, oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, I was hoping we'd talk about
That was perfect. That was
gas.
perfect, bro.
Yeah, we were talking too much about hooking up with chicks. Let's talk about gas prices. Yeah, for sure. I want to hear what DJ Paulie D says about inflation.
You know better than anybody. Tank tops, your hair gel probably costs more than a gallon of gas. What are we doing about this inflation? Does Joe Biden understand how much this is killing this country?
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. I'm actually sitting back and I'm like, what is going? Everything's going up. This sounds stupid, but my pool guy now, he wants more money. I'm like, what is going on? Everybody.
Bro, can you believe that? DJ Paulie D's pool guy wants more money. When your pool guy's asking for more money, that's when it's like, pump the brakes, dude.
I mean, come on.
My pool guy.
I'm paying you minimum wage here. What more do you want?
You kidding me? Pool guy wants more money. You're trying to... How much money should I be paying you to skim out the jizz from the top of the pool? My pool guy wants more money. What of all the out of touch conversations? Can you, Paulie? Can you think of an example of inflation being too high? What's more? Pool guys are more expensive. Am I right? Like that's the classic example of like when Ellen asked Bill Gates, "Hey, Bill Gates, how much do you think this bag of pizza rolls cost?" And Bill Gates was like $38, right? Like he had no idea. And then after Bill Gates said $38, they went to commercial break and Ellen berated her entire staff just because. It's just Ellen.
Yeah, Paulie's like, I don't know about inflation, but I hear about it from my pool guy.
Yeah.
So I kind of,
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this right now, Jesse. I'm glad you had me on the show. Because the guy I hire to fill my car up with gas says that apparently it costs more. I don't know.
It's tough out there.
It's tough out there, I'm going to have to start paying him more to pay for my gas.
More money. It sounds
Your
funny.
pool guy. Your poor pool guy. You better give him a raise.
Yeah, he
I don't know what
it.
you guys are doing in Paulie's pool, but whatever he's making, double it.
Ah, Jesse.
He's a real one. He's been doing this since day one, so he gets the raise. But yeah, everything up, man.
But Paul, that's my favorite part. That's the part that people are missing because they're lost in all of the deep political conversation that's going on. But Paulie said that his pool guy is a real one. He's been with him since day one. And I was thinking about that a lot. And I was like, I don't know why I was thinking about that a lot, but I was. And I was like, because what made me think, at first I go like this. Has Paulie D had a pool since day one? And then I go, no, that's not something you get day one. That's something you get later, way later. Like a pool, you got to already have like a car, a house, a Rolex, like all kinds of stuff.
Supplemental. It's an add-on.
Before you get a pool. So how do you have a pool guy from day one? And then I realized that's one of his buddies from day one. Like one of his day one guy, like, you know, his turtle from Entourage or whatever. The only way your pool guy has been with you since day one is if he didn't start as your pool guy, right? Which made me think even more. Now that, you know, I've taken Peter Rosenberg's advice, I've shaved my head, I've gotten, you know, in the last year, I would say far more lit than I ever have been. Would you say that's true, Hot Dog?
Super lit.
Super lit. I would say that me having a pool and a pool guy is not too far out of the realm of possibility. And that means, Hot Dog, I think you got to start learning how to be a pool guy.
Got to get that. Got to get that net. What do I have to worry about? Yeah,
you got to get the net. You got to learn how the filter works. You got to learn how much chlorine goes in the pool. Yeah, you got to do all that stuff because you want your pool guy to be with you from day one. And
you need loyalty for someone that's going to be that close to your family. You need loyalty to be in the backyard pool.
Because otherwise you're going to fuck up your pool. It's like, you can't have that. You know what I mean? Like, because what's worse? What makes you more of a tool than if you invite people over your house and they're like, oh, you have a pool. Can we go for a swim? And you're like, no, my pool's fucked up right now. Like, you know, you're an asshole.
Hot Dog put too much chlorine in it. So,
yeah.
I don't know.
They go like, well, why's your pool fucked up? And you go, I don't know. My pool guy did something. And they go, you don't have a day one as your pool guy? That's your mistake. Okay. I went to Paulie D's pool works 100% of the time. Let's listen to a couple more minutes of Paulie D.
Now Tucker Carlson.
Oh, okay. I'm done with Paulie D now. He's gonna talk to Paulie D about the Tucker Carlson masculinity documentary, and I can't go that deep. I can't.
Oh God.
I can't go.
Have you watched it?
No. Should I? Have you watched it?
No, but I'm curious about the fall of man.
Should we do a Sam Roberts Now all about the fall of man?
I think so. I honestly think that'd be a great idea. And it's informative.
We should get that. We got to get that Fox account though, right?
Oh, Fox Nation, right.
Yeah, we'd have to get the Fox Nation account, but there's got to be a trial. We got to be able to put it in an email.
Ask your boy, the NWA television champ.
Oh, hell yeah. What's up, Focusaurus? Can you hook me up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. I forgot I do have the hookup. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call Brodus Clay. Brodus, let me get that documentary.
Yeah.
Call the Hip Hop Hippo. See if I can get that number from him. Albert, you still know Brodus? Yeah, no, I got Brodus. I got him in the phone. I do.
There you go.
I can call him up.
I'm still not sure if that documentary is like just a huge troll.
We got to get it, Hot Dog. We got to get it, and you got to use your tech stuff to bootleg it.
No worry about it.
We got this. Look, I don't have time to go. We're going to have to do another show on Wednesday, I think. Are you going to be here for Wednesday?
Yes, I am done with the issues that I had with work. I am back on
Let's be
Wednesday.
honest, with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Say it what it is. I'm done with
There was
the
a lot of
bullshit.
bullshit going on Wednesdays.
Yeah, now we're done with that.
We're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with the bullshit.
By the way, I'm going to give 2 recommendations right now, okay? The Circle is back on Netflix.
Okay.
Okay, I only seen
Is that season 3 now?
4.
4. Holy shit. There was third season I missed?
I guess so. I don't know. I've only seen a little bit of the first one, but so far it's good.
Okay.
Second of all, you know what I've gotten back into hard this week?
What?
The Bennington Show on SiriusXM.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I'm just trying to figure out what happened here.
Bro, they are killing it, okay? I love the Bennington Show. D-Bag caught a reference, and I was like, D-Bag caught a reference because Vito's having dreams about him. Earl is trying to be the vibe manager at the Hard Rock Hotel, but he thinks Seven Nation Army should play for everybody. They're just great. I just love it. I just love it. Let's get into these super chats, okay? If you're watching and you want to contribute live to the show, the reason we have to end right now is because I have to go to Stanford tomorrow on Peacock. Unless we screw the whole thing up, it'll be myself and Peter Rosenberg on WWE television together for the first time. The Mega Powers are coming together for the first time. the two of us are hosting Talking Smack this week. So that'll be up right around noon tomorrow on Peacock, unless we screw the whole thing up. So be watching out for that. Put in your email, get your Peacock trial so you can watch that show, because that's going to be great. But we got to get these super chats in before we go. By the way, don't start super chatting in 100 times right now and make me late. Vince will be pissed. Kevin Lumford, hot dog appears as often as Undertaker these days on Sam Roberts Now.
It was the bullshit.
And then he says, Rocky had hockey sticks. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. Matthew M. says, you're the man now, dog. I'm as lonely as little Travis Teft on Mother's Day on this Friday night. Yeah.
Don't remind them.
You know, I would do a lonely Mother's Day show, but I won't be lonely. I got, my mother, so can't do that.
Just have him sub in.
Grim Reaper, happy Lonely Friday, Sammy Boy and Hot Doge. Come on, man. Sal says, Sambo, can we get a new Kid Rock album review? I didn't realize he'd come out with a whole new album. Maybe we should just review right-wing content. Like Tucker Carlson documentaries, Kid Rock albums.
That's how you slide into the grifter territory.
Oh, yeah. And then we just forget that we were a parody.
Yeah.
Like we're just Dave Rubin all of a sudden. Kevin Lumford, when your hairline recedes like a sunroof. That's not cool. Okay, this screen name is Juanon, which I don't think is that's not a kind screen name. I want a Gary Baumgarten story from Hot Dog. Guy is the best. Absolute nut.
Yeah, how do you know Gary Baumgarten? He's awesome. He's a reporter for Fox News that I used to work with. Great guy.
Is he the one that you played the Jetsons music for?
Yeah.
You love him, though?
He's awesome. Yeah, Detroit dude. Great stories. Great.
Awesome. Awkward Loser says, what's lamer, wrestling fan wars or radio fan wars? Any war that's based in a kayfabe industry that isn't kayfabe is lame. Like, if you understand kayfabe and you're, like, not kayfabing, you're a lame dude.
What if they're what if they're kayfabing, but people think that they're not kayfabing?
Also,
are you not a mark for thinking that they're
no? Also, it's lame if you're kayfabing, but you're not making money doing it. You're fucking Mark. Then you're just a cosplaying Mark. Okay.
Man, there's so many rules.
If you're kayfabing just for the fun of it, you're a Mark. Kevin Lumford, Will Smith didn't kick rocks. He slapped one. That's a funny joke. And Capone 609, put this money to get Hot Dog new frames. He doesn't like your glasses, bro.
That's great.
I like
it.
I think they're
Thank
great.
you.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. I got to go to Stanford. We will hopefully be back here on Wednesday, as long as everything goes according to plan. And remember, I'll cheers with you later. Have a good one, everybody.